You look so nice. I didn't want to get makeup on that lovely suit. You look so handsome.
It's okay. It probably would have put some style on it.
No, it would have ruined it. It would have ruined it.
I'm in a rocking place. I'm gonna take these shades off.
I was like, you look cool. I would keep them there.
No, I wanted to wear them to come out.
Dude, you look kind of really cool in them, though.
There's something cool about when you take them off.
Do you know what's funny is sometimes it looks like I'm trying to be cool, but really I'm just going, my vision's going because I turned 42 and it's going. So I have like prescription sunglasses, so I put them on sometimes that I can't see, but it looks like I'm trying to be Bono.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
I do the
can't
opposite.
see.
I can see great, but I put the glasses on, my nerd glasses on to look cool. It's a different look.
You look astute. I like it. I like it.
I look smart.
I look so smart.
And I take the glasses off because I can always hear my mama's voice. Boy, I made those eyes. Let people see those eyes. Okay, mama, okay. You got
well, she's
cool
right. They're
band.
beautiful. Thank you. I love my band.
The drummer's very buff. I was like, I'm glad I'm not some drums. You're like, ow!
Yeah.
God.
I know. He always makes me feel bad about my body. When I turn around, I'm like, why? Lester?
And he's flexing while he's doing it, too. You ain't slick. Ain't nobody drum like this, you know what I'm saying? We see you flexing over there.
No, here's the worst part. He's not. It's so upsetting. He just works out all the time. I'm like, oh, my God. So last time you were here, we were talking about your kiddos. So
yes.
What's going on with them right now? How they doing?
Oh, they grown. They ain't kiddos no more.
Okay. Well, they're always going to be your kiddos, all right?
I think at a certain age, we should give them away.
No. I am very fine with that.
I think at a certain age, we should
But I just mean, like,
their
I'm
kids.
still my mom's baby, and I'm 42, you know?
Yeah, but, yeah, I just want, you see, the thing is, my kids, they used to live with their mom.
Yeah.
And then my son graduated college, which is like a parent's dream, right?
Yeah.
And then he moved in. And I'm like, ain't this the age where you're supposed to get out?
So they're living with you?
Yeah, one of
That's
them
amazing. Okay. How was graduation? Because I think
that
we
was
have...
the key. You take one, I got the other one.
You got, okay.
Yeah.
I think we have video, actually, of that graduation.
We see you, boy. We see you, boy.
Our families would go very nicely together. That's my family at an event.
Oh, we are rowdy as
Yes,
well.
we are too.
I
just love that you're saying, you ain't dumb.
You ain't dumb. I knew you was somebody. Never mind what the teachers say.
You did
I like embarrassing them.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun to do one of mine.
That's why
one
I
of mine
made
is
kids.
serious.
I made kids just so I could embarrass you.
It's great material as well, I imagine. So wait, do your kids ever give you feedback on your material, like on your comedy? Do they come to watch you and give you feedback?
I mean, it's not like sometimes they don't give me notes, but I think for them, they understand, and you know, they used to be like, Dad, why, you know, that's my life. You can't talk about my life. And I'm like, listen, you like college? You like the car you drive? Right, so I'm gonna need to make some material. And so when you do dumb stuff, in order for me to pay for the things that you like,
exactly.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I advise you don't do nothing stupid in your life.
Yeah.
And then you'll be fine. But if not, I got a first look deal.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's you've earned it. No, that's what, anytime I go somewhere, my daughter will be like, are you going to do a show? And I'm like, do you like your life? I was like, do you know how it's paid for? I was like, it's always an interesting conversation. But because I was like a latchkey kid too.
Right.
I think our kids like expect us to be like nonstop. I'm like, my mom wasn't around. She was a single mom. Like,
oh, my parents was like, oh, survive. Let's see what happens.
I know. That's my mom too. And it's
Here's
like,
$1 for the day. Enjoy.
Yeah. We turned out all right.
I guess. I don't know.
I think we did all right. I think we're all right.
We look good,
yeah.
but inside, we're probably all fucking.
Who knows? So wait, do you feel like it's harder to be a comedian now, like with like material, like speaking about like what you can say, what you feel like you get? Because I feel like comedy is under fire.
Nah.
You don't feel it?
No, I just think that's media and social media. That's not the reality. The reality of people is people like to laugh.
Yeah.
And when you have these tensions and these things going on in the world, the healing thing that happens, when you laugh,
Humor.
we can be on two different sides of the fence. But when I make you laugh, here we go, coming together and enjoying a moment, no matter being on the opposite sides. And I think we all need to laugh more. There's no comedies on TV. There's no comedies in movies. We're living in a very, like, depressed place where people are taking themselves too serious. I miss the days when we used to make fun of each other. I miss that. I like that life.
Yeah. No, I think it's also, There's just a fine line of ripping it all away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's funny to laugh. I mean, I guess that's also
Laughter
the family
feels
I'm
good.
from.
I'd much rather laugh than cry because I'm a really ugly crier.
Oh, me too. Screw Rachel McAdams. So Marlon recently wrapped shooting a movie.
She do cry
She
pretty,
cries
don't she?
so beautifully.
Oh, man.
I saw the
That's what
Notebook.
my crush was about. I was like, why do I love
I was
Rachel McAdams so
offended.
much?
Nobody looks like that.
Wow. If I was in the Notebook, oh, me
Usually
and you in the
there's
Notebook.
snot involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like nobody looks like that. You're rude.
I know.
Anyway,
I know.
don't expect that. So Marlon recently wrapped shooting a movie, and we have some video of that. I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah.
And I've never done it.
Yes. That was for the movie Him, which will be out in theaters 2025 September.
Are you just drowning him in champagne? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, we was wrapping the movie, and it was a movie that's a psychological thriller based in the world of football. And I just always wanted to, like, I was always jealous of Kobe and all these guys and Michael Jordan spraying champagne.
Yeah.
And so I got a bunch of champagne, and I sent it to the set for when we rapped, we was gonna spray each other.
Yeah.
And then my assistant told me that the champagne was like $50 a bottle. And so I was trying to catch the champagne.
You're like, ah.
As they was throwing it, I was sipping it off the floor, wringing out
It's a fountain.
clothes. Oh, nah, we don't waste liquor. We don't do that in these pots.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to do that though. I was looking at his new Prime Video comedy special, Good Grief. In it, Marlon talks honestly about losing his parents and what they meant to him during their lives. So grief is, we were just talking about it in the break, grief is so huge. It can feel overwhelming, all-consuming. Humor is a great way to get through it. Is this kind of the catalyst for why you did the special?
This was my therapy. I figured instead of paying a therapist $200 an hour to talk about myself, why not talk about myself and charge the audience $50?
It's a very smart business plan.
So you all have been my therapist. Thank you all.
And you paid me for it.
No, but laughter, there's two things that get you through grief. And grief happens not just with death. Everything in life, you build up and then it comes to an end. And then you gotta restart. And I think two things that have gotten me through is one, God, and two, humor. And I'm just so blessed that God gave me the purpose of laughter, because by making myself laugh, I've actually made other people who needed that laugh, and we're all healing together.
It's a gift.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Your mama said something, take your broken heart, and what was it?
My mama told me, take my broken heart and you turn it into art.
And turn it into art.
Yeah.
I love that.
And so that's what I did. I took
Just
my
so you know,
broken
I'm
heart and I turned it
stealing
into
that.
art. This is my best work, I think, you know, paying homage to my mother and my father. And what's funny was I was doing a special about my mom, and I was like halfway through, and I only had like a half hour, and I was like, damn. And then my daddy died, and I was like, yes, now I have the whole hour that I needed to, I'm joking.
Oh my God. I was like,
It's finding humor in dark places, man. You got the only thing to arrest you from a deep pain and sorrow. For me, at my family, we always laugh at inappropriate things. We laugh at funerals. We crazy because we're gonna enjoy this moment. One time, my cousin, God rest his soul, said he died, and my auntie buried him in a t-shirt, some jeans, and some Air Force One sneakers, and a Yankee hat. And me and Damon, we sitting over the coffin, and Damon looks at me and he goes, you know, if there's a dress code in heaven, I don't think SETI's getting in.
I call that church giggles. I call that church giggles. You know when like something made you laugh in church and your mom is like basically beating you to shut up and you're like, I can't help it, and then you start snorting.
Absolutely.
I've had that happen at a funeral because sometimes you don't know what happened. Like we handle grief, emotions, like things differently, and sometimes our bodies just involuntarily do something.
I look for what's funny at funerals. I don't care if it's the preacher, I don't care if it's the shoes that's in the casket. I look for something that makes me laugh to arrest me from the pain, because I just want to enjoy life, and I'd much rather enjoy life and with a smile than with the anxiety of hanging on to, you know, hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Arrest me from the pain. That's a good song there.
Ah, damn. Oh, take that title. We can write that, girl.
One word, one third. Okay.
Arrest me from pain.
I was like, that's a good lyric. So you taped the special in Harlem, right?
Yeah.
Is that where your parents are from?
My parents were born and raised in Harlem, and my mom actually performed at the Apollo with her sisters, the Green Sisters, and won amateur night. I think it was 2 or 3 times. And then so I just felt like I needed to be in Harlem. And then I realized when I did the show how many Wayanses live in Harlem and how loud those people are.
Yeah.
And I was like, this was a mistake because my cousins, they laugh so loud. One cousin, I was on stage and all you hear is, I thought somebody shot a bird. I said, what? And another one was like, and I was just like, oh, nah, next time. We gonna shoot the next special in Wisconsin when there's no Wayans.
There's no Wayans? You didn't
Yeah.
have any really. So in honor of the special and Father's Day, Marlon has a great story that spans his childhood. This is Epic Story Time.
Epic story time.
That doesn't get you in the mood. How it works is I'll get one question, then Marlon will tell us the story with the help of some illustrations from the children's book he's holding right now. I might have some follow-up questions at the end. So Marlon, how did your family celebrate Father's Day when you were a kid?
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
Oh my God.
This is a story to honor Father's Day, which is coming Sunday. So, I love my parents, both of them, but I'll admit, I had a couple of pieces of beef with my dad. One was that he never wished me a happy birthday. That's because he was Jehovah's Witness.
Oh my God.
As long as I knew him, my father would never say the phrase, happy birthday. He'd call me on my birthday and be like, hey, son. And he felt like if he said happy birthday, he would instantly go to hell. So he'd call me on my birthday and he replaced happy birthday with, hey, son, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday on the day I made you and you popped out your mama.
Which is so different.
As a kid, that used to hurt my feelings. My brother Sean and I, we'd be in our bedroom, all of 5 and 6 years old, pacing back and forth with those stupid little party hats on. And we'd be so mad, we'd call my mother in the room by her government name. We'd be like, Elvira, come here. How come you picked the Jehovah's Witness as a religion? And my mama always kept it real. She said, oh, son, do the math. That broke man got 10 kids and no job. He's trying to get out of buying Christmas and birthday gifts, jackass.
Oh my God.
My mama wasn't down with it either. She heard about Dad's religion, was like, I'm Baptist. I like Christmas. My mom rewrote Christmas carols in honor of my dad and sang them through the door he'd lock himself behind on Christmas Day. We wish you a happy Wednesday. We wish you a happy Wednesday. We wish you a happy Wednesday, 'cause your daddy ain't. Shh.
Oh my God.
My mama disliked the religion because she loved holidays. She disliked it so much that there was days that she didn't answer the door for my daddy when he knocked. She'd be here knocking at the door and she'd be like, kids, get down. We'd be like, who is it? It's your father. He got those books and them people with him.
Oh my God.
Keenan, hit the lights. Damon, get your bald head over here. Marlon, don't you open that door. Jehovah will witness me beating the out you.
Oh my God.
He didn't celebrate Halloween either. But ironically, he looked just like a jack-o'-lantern because he ain't had no teeth.
Oh my.
Well, he had 6 teeth in his mouth. 6. And it would take him a year to eat a bag of sunflower seeds. He's trying to find the right tooth to crack them on.
Oh my God.
On Halloween, my mom said, you don't need no pumpkin. Stick a candle in your daddy's mouth and put him on the porch. We had to trick my daddy into celebrating holidays. So one year, Keenan came home from California. He made some money, and he said, we're going to celebrate Pop this Father's Day. But we're like, Keenan, this man don't celebrate Father's Day. Keenan said, we're not going to call it Father's Day. We're going to call it Happy Wednesday.
Everything is...
So we bought him some gifts. We wrote him some cards. He opened the gifts. He opened the cards. And my dad started to cry. He couldn't believe the sentiments from his children. And from that day on, my father made it a tradition to celebrate one holiday, Father's Day.
Oh.
Now, this pissed my mama off even more. Now, you know how she got back at that man? When she got sick and she was dying, I sat by her bed and I talked with her and she held on and she held on. And I remember the date, it was June 19th, 2020, and she held, it was 11:56 p.m. and my mother just held on. And then she held on and then, because I thought she was trying to see me one last time, and then she finally died 4 minutes later on Father's Day. my dad's only holiday.
Oh my God.
She took his only holiday from him. She said, Happy Wednesday, Howard. Peace. But if I can leave you with one thing now that I know is true, it's please, please, please experience all of your parents, not just the mask that they wear trying to raise you, but make your parents your friends. It's the most important thing you could do for them and yourself.
Oh.
Happy Wednesday!
That was the best epic story. We need to start Happy Wednesday. Just pick our favorite Wednesday.
A new holiday, Happy Wednesday.
Oh my gosh. For more stories like that, check out Marlon's new comedy special. It's called Good Grief, and it's on Prime Video. And a shout out to Jason Kirshner in our art department for the amazing illustrations. I love the Happy Wednesday card.